Ever been so deep in SAT that your own wife looks at you like you're a stranger and you know something's coming? Something you can't undo? Yeah, that was me. I didn't trust her best friend. Turns out, I had every damn reason not to. I was married. Life felt solid. Not perfect, but good. Emma and I had built something real. Love, laughter, late-night talks, inside jokes, dumb Netflix marathons, the whole thing. We had plans, a future, and then there was Kate, her best friend, always around, always showing up uninvited, acting like our third roommate. I never liked her. Something about her felt fake, calculated. But Emma loved her, so I kept my mouth shut. At first it was tolerable. Girls' nights, random vent sessions, harmless stuff. But Kate started pushing into everything. Holidays, anniversaries, even weekends I'd planned for just Emma and me. She had a way of inserting herself into our lives and making it seem normal. But the vibe was always off. She'd make these little digs at me, wrapped in jokes. Wow, Emma, you let him handle the bills? Brave. Hope he doesn't mess up date night again, huh? Brushed it off at first, but the tone kept getting nastier. And Emma, she started changing. She went from being trusting to second-guessing every little thing I did. Why'd you take that call outside? You've been quiet lately? Are you hiding something? It wasn't really her. It was like she was replaying someone else's voice in her head, and I knew damn well whose. That's when I realized this wasn't just Kate being annoying. She was planting something. Quietly, slowly, and I had no idea how deep it was going to go. Things got worse fast. At first it was subtle. Kate would drop little shade tea like, Emma, are you sure he's being honest with you? Or, guys like that always have a backup plan. I laughed it off at first, thinking it was just jealousy or some twisted game she was playing. But Emma started listening. Suddenly, I found myself explaining myself for normal things. A late text from a coworker? Why's she texting you at night? Traffic delay? You said you'd be home at 6. Kate was working overtime behind the scenes, and I could feel the shift. Every conversation turned into a low-key interrogation. I'd say one thing, and Emma would give me that sidelong glance like I was already guilty. The trust between us? Eroding by the day. I confronted Kate once, pulled her aside at a BBQ. I said, you need to stop stirring SAT tea between us. She smiled, took a sip of her drink and said, I'm just looking out for my girl. If you've got nothing to hide, what's the problem? That smug look in her eyes told me everything. This wasn't casual. She had a plan, and I was already falling right into it. Emma started pulling away, not physically, but emotionally. The warmth faded. The little touches, the jokes, the late-night talks, gone. They were replaced by short answers, quiet glances, and questions laden with accusation. One night I came home and found Emma not sobbing, but with steely determination. She sat me down, opened her laptop, and without a word, pressed play. There it was, a meticulously edited video. On the screen, a man in bed with a woman was caught in an intimate moment. Every frame was crafted to mirror my figure. The stance, the way he moved, even the way the light fell on his back. It was uncanny, a perfect, chilling replica of me. Look at this, Emma said flatly, her eyes burning with betrayal. This is proof. I know you did it. I stared at the screen, heart pounding in disbelief. That's not me. I started, but the image was undeniable. Before I could muster another word, Kate's voice spilled into the conversation from behind me. Exactly, Emma. That man is your husband. He's been cheating, she added coolly. I blinked in shock. What the fuck? It looks like me. But Emma's jaw was set. I don't care how similar he looks. The video is proof. And you know what? I've never seen that face before. It's not even someone I recognize. I wanted to explain. The man on the screen wasn't me, but instead Kate's brother, a guy I'd never met and whom Emma had never seen in person. Yet the production was so damn perfect that the resemblance was eerie. I stuttered. I swear it's not possible. I was with my brother that night. Spare me your excuses, Emma snapped. You cheated on me, and now Kate has given us the evidence. Kate's confirmation came like ice water. Yeah, babe, that's him. I guarantee every damn detail. His walk, his build, his gestures reminds me of your cheating husband. I was left choking on my words, my protests falling on deaf ears. Emma's mind was made up. The video, carefully produced to look exactly like me, was now the bulletproof case that shattered our marriage. I tried to explain, to break it down, to expose how stupid the whole thing was, but logic didn't matter anymore. Kate had done it. She'd escalated from whispers to full-blown sabotage. And the worst part? Emma believed every second of it. I thought I still had a shot. I figured, okay, this is bad, but I can fix it. She knows me. She just needs time. I was wrong. Every time I tried to talk, Emma pulled further away. She'd nod, give me that blank look, then walk out of the room. No questions, no emotion, just cold. I told her again and again, it's fake. Kate is setting this up. She said, you've always hated her. Of course you'd blame her. That's when I realized I'd already lost. I was the villain in a movie she'd already finished watching. Nothing I said mattered anymore. The worst part? Kate was still in our house. Still texting, still dropping in, still feeding her more poison. Emma stopped calling me babe, stopped asking how my day was, stopped sleeping in our bed. She started packing my things. She didn't say, "I want you to leave." She just started folding shirts as if I didn't live there anymore. I begged her to talk to my brother, to check timestamps, to call the restaurant we'd been at that night. Anything. She said, "I don't need to. I've seen enough." The sound of her zipping up the suitcase? That Shay broke something inside me. Kate had turned the person I loved most into someone who couldn't even look me in the eyes. I wasn't just losing her, I was being erased, and I had no way to fight back. You'd think after the video and getting kicked out, Kate would be done. Nah, she went into full fucking overdrive. It wasn't enough to ruin my marriage. She wanted to torch everything left standing. Next thing I know, Emma started cutting off my mom, my sister, my cousins, telling them I'd been a lying piece of shit for years, saying the video was just the tip of the iceberg. Kate helped her create an entire timeline of cheating events, all of it fiction, all of it dressed up with fake dates, random names, and bullshit stories. She said you hit on her once, Emma told me, dead serious. I almost laughed. Kate? That's insane. But she didn't blink. She said you texted her drunk, tried to kiss her, that you've been creepy from the start. I felt like I was watching my own life crumble in 4K slow motion. Every explanation I offered, every defense, just sounded like more lies. Kate had told her I'd deny everything, that I was a manipulator, that I'd gaslight her. She built the perfect trap. Anything I did proved her right. Then Kate told her I'd been hiding money, that I had a secret account, that I might be planning to disappear. I had nothing to hide, no secret anything. But now Emma was digging through bank statements like she was on a damn mission. And when she found nothing, she didn't say, "Okay, maybe I was wrong." She said, "You must have already moved it." It was insane. It was hopeless. I was screaming underwater and no one could hear me. Kate wasn't just in her ear anymore. She was in her fucking brain. I'd lost everything. My wife, my family, my dignity. The walls were closing in. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. Every time I picked up the phone, it brought more bad news. More texts from people who now hated me. More apologies from family members who'd already written me off. I kept telling myself, it's just a lie. It's just a lie. But the more I repeated it, the less I believed it. Kate had turned me into a monster, and there was no escaping that. Then, one night, as I stared at my phone, scrolling through old messages, something clicked. It wasn't just the video. It wasn't just Kate's manipulation. It was Emma. She was different. She didn't want to believe I was guilty, yet she was too far gone. The lies had twisted her perception of me beyond repair. I realized I couldn't just sit back and watch everything fall apart. I had to fight. But how? I had nothing left. I couldn't clear my name with just words. There was one thing I still had. The truth. Kate had fabricated everything. And if I could show Emma just one crack in her perfect narrative, maybe, just maybe, I could start to undo the damage. It wasn't much. I knew it wouldn't be easy. I wasn't sure I could fix this, but I couldn't let it end like this. I reached out to my dad. He'd been quiet through all this, but when I explained what had happened, he didn't ask questions. He didn't doubt me. He said, "I know my son. I know that's not you in that video. I'll help you figure this out." That was the first time in weeks I felt like I wasn't completely alone. It wasn't much, but it was something. Just when I thought things couldn't get any worse, Kate threw the final grenade. I came home one evening, exhausted, still trying to make sense of everything. My dad and I had started digging into Kate's past, trying to find any crack in her story, but nothing could prepare me for what I was about to hear. My phone buzzed. It was a message from my mom. The tone was cold, as if I were already dead to her. "Get out of the house. You've embarrassed this family. I can't look at you anymore." I blinked. What the hell is she talking about? I opened the message. There it was. The fucking video. Kate had sent it to my entire family. My mom, my sister, my grandma. Every one of them received it with a message attached. "This is who he really is. Don't believe his lies." I couldn't breathe. I immediately called my mom. She picked up on the second ring. "Mom, please listen to me. This isn't real. You know me. Please trust me." She didn't say anything. Just that long, dead silence. Then her voice shook as she spoke. "I don't know who you are anymore. I'm done. Stay away from us." That was it. Just like that, my entire family turned their backs on me. They saw the video and didn't hesitate. No questions, no second chances. It was over. I was fucking crushed. I tried calling my sister. She hung up. My grandmother left a voicemail saying, "I can't believe this, but I can't be around you." I was alone. No wife, no family, no one to back me up. But then, in the midst of the pain, one small glimmer of hope appeared. My dad. He was the only one who didn't believe the video. When I called him, he said, "I know my son. From every angle, that's not you." His voice was like a lifeline in a storm. "I'll figure this out," he promised. For the first time in days, I felt someone had my back. Everything was falling apart. I thought it couldn't get worse, but Kate wasn't finished. She had more ammo in her arsenal. The video, which was supposed to be the final nail in the coffin of my marriage, was only the beginning. Then came another bombshell. One day, I got a message from my mom saying she wanted to talk. I thought it was about the mess with Emma, but as soon as we got on the phone, I sensed something was off. She was distant, cold, and then she dropped the bomb. "Why didn't you tell us about the video, son?" My heart sank. "What video?" The line went silent for a moment. Then she explained. Kate had sent the same video to my entire family. My mom, my sister, even my grandma. The lie had spread faster than I could imagine. They all believed it. They thought it was me in the video. that I'd betrayed my wife. They stopped answering my calls, stopped talking to me altogether. I felt like I was living a nightmare. My own family, the people who were supposed to support me no matter what, now saw me as a traitor. The trust was shattered beyond repair. The worst part? There was no way to fix this. My words didn't matter. I tried calling, tried explaining, but no one would listen. It was as if I had become a ghost in my own life. Then there was one person who refused to believe it. My dad. When I finally reached him, he said something that stopped me cold. "Son, I know you. That's not you in that video." His words were the only lifeline I had left. He didn't buy Kate's lies. But what was he going to do about it? He had no idea how deep this conspiracy went or what Kate was capable of. Yet he knew me, and he wasn't going to let me go down without a fight. Even with my dad in my corner, I couldn't shake the feeling that this was just the beginning of something bigger. Kate was still out there, lurking in the background, watching my every move. And now, she was pushing Emma to do even more drastic things. I saw it in Emma's eyes. She was starting to doubt everything, not only about me, but about the life we had built together. And Kate, she wasn't slowing down. She was driving a wedge between me and Emma like a master manipulator. But what was her ultimate game? What was she really after? I began to notice something even more alarming. Kate was now pushing Emma to take out a massive loan from the bank, one that neither of us could afford. Why? What was she planning to do with that money? And why was Emma blindly following her lead? It felt like something bigger was at play, a plan more sinister than simple revenge. Kate was getting dangerously close to controlling everything. My wife, my family, my future. They were all slipping through my fingers. And what about my dad? How far was he willing to go to expose the truth? Was he really the one who could end this nightmare? Or was he just another pawn in Kate's game? Every time I thought I was nearing the truth, more questions bombarded me. How much damage had Kate already done? How much worse could it get? Is there any way to stop her? Or am I already too far gone? And most terrifying of all, is there any chance I can win back my wife, my family, my life? Or is everything I once built completely lost? What dark scheme is Kate hatching next? Why is she pushing Emma into that enormous bank loan? How far will my father go to expose her lies and restore my good name? Can I salvage my life? Or is it already over? If you want to know what happens next, if there's even a chance to pull through this nightmare, hit like, subscribe, and don't miss the next chapter. Trust me, this is just the beginning, and it's going to get even crazier.